We're on the campus of John Carroll University, and we just did a presentation for 18 colleges came out with their resident assistants and RAs because they wanted to get some information on bullying. I bring you in here to call you to be a soldier against this, not to be silent. Are you with me? I can't hear you. Are you with me?
Yes.
This is an emerging topic, unfortunately, we have to talk about in this country because it's causing kids to either hurt themselves or hurt someone else. What we're really trying to do is hopefully you create a culture and a climate at your schools where bullying, saying things that are disparaging remarks against anyone becomes so outside the culture that anyone that has the inkling to do something like that would go off somewhere and be silent and be quiet. And the consequences has a rippling effect that not only impacts that individual, that college campus, families, and whole communities. So this is something that you really need to bring into your own community. These types of trainings for children that are in high school and even those that are going off to college. When we talk about people that are bullied, we know the research says that people play out in one of two different ways. Because when they make mistakes as adults, sometimes these are the types of mistakes that follow them long afterwards in the criminal courts. So he, with one punch, struck him. And what happened with Brent? Well, after he struck him, Brent, trying to get away from him, stumbled and hit his head on the metal door frame and cracked his skull. What I cover in the workshop is financial bullying. Identity theft is another one. Cyberbullying, which can be used online as well as other means to capture one's identity. As well as we heard in this class today, on one college campus, you had one young person even went after his target's family.
Someone was creating a Facebook page under an alias name and attacking residents, putting up pictures of residents' families and attacking them as well, talking about their personal lives and things like that.
Really, how do you identify the profile of a bully? Because you need to have this information so if these people are on your floor, they aren't able to slip up underneath the radar and you not be able to intervene, access them, and then direct them early on versus having to deal with them afterwards with your judicial counsel. I think that really resonated with the kids, the students from 18 different schools.
And I mean, it was really powerful. And as someone who's that's in depth with that, and I learned a lot from it. I really did.
I thought it was very well done. It was very professional, and I thank you for the experience that Coach brought. It was very eye-opening. The stories were very engaging, and it really hit home of how important our job as RAs really are. It was a good exercise to talk to RAs from other schools, and that was a very good and important component because we got to share ideas and policy ideas and give suggestions among each other, so it was very well done.
It was really helpful, really informative. I learned a lot. He touched on a lot of issues that most people tend to ignore or don't take it seriously, so it's very helpful. Now I can take back what I've learned here and apply it to my position as being a resident assistant, and hopefully my residents and myself can grow from it.
I thought today was really helpful and informative just because it raised awareness to the different types of bullying that we see on campuses. I hadn't really ever heard of financial bullying or really heard too much about the Facebook bullying, but that was something that I realized I need to be aware of more so with my residents. Also, I work with international residents, so that's something that I need to be aware of as well, to raise awareness that people might not understand the cultural differences between people of different nationalities, and just to raise awareness of how that works. It's a really informative program, really helpful in seeing how to implement that on campuses and in the workplace as well. So I definitely think it's something that I can carry through with the rest of my life. Good program.
You don't need to deal with suicides if you speak out. Create a culture and a community within your halls that won't allow this. You be the leader. You be the flagship for this. you say to others what the consequences are if they are inclined to do so, and make sure that they are fully aware.
Sometimes students don't know that it's bullying. They just think we have a bad relationship. So that's mostly what we talked about as a group.
There was one individual in particular that used Facebook as his way to kind of stalk a kid that he didn't like. And what he did, he took it, like the cyberbullying, that he went to a whole different extreme. He would put pictures of people that the kid wasn't friends with on Facebook just so he would accept them, so he could bully him through Facebook.
And those people that are the strong ones on your floor, you elevate them to peer leaders that will report and advocate and help with programming to say this is not who we are.
It just got out of control, and honestly, I would say it wasn't dealt with correctly because it's still happening. So
you can't necessarily say this is what makes someone a bully or this is what makes someone a target, because bullies and targets come in all shapes and sizes.
I think the RAs know now what they must do, what they have to do, that they cannot be silent on this situation, because if they are silent and something happens, they're also responsible.